Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, Invincible Iron Man, issue number 7. All right, we have S.H.I.E.L.D, all right? You wonder, like, who's talking, who's doing most of the talking in this. It's S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D has actually found a way to investigate and uncover. They hacked into her armor, into her private files, so her vlog, that little bit that she does in the very beginning of every single issue, S.H.I.E.L.D, under Subdirector Agent Carter, is able to see this. She's able to notice that she's having these conversations and listen in onto them. Now, we get to see the greater overall thing. Like, S.H.I.E.L.D has taken a serious interest in her, checking out that MIT has already, asked her to come back and work there, that Stark International invited her to join, that the Champions want her to join them. They're checking all this stuff out, and they are really especially upset, particularly Agent Carter, that she doesn't like S.H.I.E.L.D. That Riri does not like S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, well, what do you expect? They're not exactly nice guys, you know? Under Nick Fury, they're good. Under everybody else, yeah, not so good. Anyway, so that's pretty much the gist of what's going on. Now, at one point, Riri actually gets beaten up by Will-O-the-Wisp. Yeah, I know, Will-O-the-Wisp, of all people. Well, he winds up beating her up. Yeah, I know, it's a guy. Anyway, and she gets knocked unconscious. So they've got to figure out a couple things. On top of that, she's realizing that she maybe should consider some astronaut training so that the G-forces don't necessarily knock her out that quickly. And that's actually really good. I love the idea that Bendis is actually addressing that because, yeah, man, like, we can't all be woodpeckers. Sometimes there's going to be enough G-forces to knock us unconscious, and punches to the face by density manipulating individuals. Yeah, that tends to do it. So anyway, that's addressed, and also the idea that Von Bardas is mentioned, and by this guy who apparently, if he acknowledges that this happened, if he rats out that this happened, then he's going to blow up. Now, I'm pretty sure this was just an LMD of Agent Carter who got destroyed, who got killed in this explosion, but yeah, there's a pretty big scene, and I really like the way that this happened. It's also promising that we are now going to cross over with the infamous Iron Man. They actually say it at the end. You didn't have to be reading Infamous Iron Man to know that they're dealing with the exact same thing over there. So they mentioned that these are going to eventually cross over, and now they actually are about to cross over starting next issue, apparently, more specifically with Infamous number 8. And I honestly can't wait to see all that stuff. Guys, I'm going to give this comic an A-. This was a very surprising issue. We actually get to see a superhero getting beaten up. On top of that, there's also a very touching scene with the Tony Stark AI. I'm making air quotes right now because it's not AI. I know they're trying to press that it is, but I don't believe it is. I think it's actually the digitized soul of Tony Stark. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, rarely, but the idea is that, yeah, that's what I think this is. But it does say at one point that Tony Stark, never thought that he was going to have a daughter. And now in you, he sees an equal, a kindred spirit. And like everybody just kind of like, wow, did you really just say that? Yeah, this was actually a really touching scene. And, for a guy like myself who does not like Tony Stark, I think that he's one of the evilest good guys ever. This was actually a pretty touching scene. But at the same time, I can't help but to think that's just a little bit manipulative. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.